Finno-Korean hyperwar.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Go away. Mm,
Alright.
here we go. Much
If I
better.
recall, the Finno-Korean hyperwar was a civilization story, wasn't it?
I think so.
Or did it start from something else?
Simon, Zach wonders what the Finno-Korean hyperwar is.
Like I've heard of it, heard and read of it before, but
I don't know, I think it was something from 4chan or Reddit.
This kind of sounds something like one of those nationalist, super ego, fake stories.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of the that Civilization 2 story I read a while back of the world the guy had been playing for 15 years straight. That the world in this game had been in a total war for 300 years, and the planet was just fucked from nuclear fallout and global warming and shit.
I am aware of the story you're telling, yes. Okay, I believe Donald has returned, so speaking about killing people in fake universe, so we are not arrested.
Don't worry, FBI, it's just playing pretend.
It's just a game, bro!
See, we have to worry about the FBI. You assholes get the CIA.
Alright, because we are foreigners.
Yep.
Not Interpol?
Oh, yes.
I mean, you'd also have to worry about Interpol, but I'm pretty sure the CIA is probably more of a threat.
Fair enough.
It is the CIA after all.
No,
the CIA is probably a threat to me as well.
Don't worry, I got MI5 to worry about. It's fine.
I think it'd also be the KGB because people just randomly fall off of balconies.
Yes, defenestration is a very common death in Russia. It has to do with big windows and open mouths.
Let them try. I live on the first floor.
Or random
I'm
parts.
found dead, head broken from falling through the first window. It was a very tragic death. It must have fallen very hard, and the 2 bullet wounds just was accidental.
I mean, it's also just random. It's like random gas leaks in cafeterias that for some reason have nerve gas in them. They're just fairly common.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I thought the CIA was too busy spreading drugs into the streets.
Oh, that's a side gig. That's just how they fund themselves. That and taxes.
Yes, drugs. Selling drugs and then taking taxes on the drugs they sell.
Yep. Because all income in the United States is taxable. Even if you get it from selling drugs illegally. You're still supposed to report it.
Yes. When you're doing some dark dealings in the middle of a basement and you get the IRS tax papers asking for the money you haven't sent them from the dark dealings in the basement where you were alone.
I actually know someone who was dealing pot back in my hometown. He didn't go to jail for dealing pot. He went to jail for tax evasion.
Anyway, let's focus back on killing fictional people in a fictional universe.
Yes.
All right.
Before we turn into real life killing in a real life universe.
Due to Julius's intense suggestions, I have read and mocked up some endeavors.
Hooray!
A couple of them.
I have seen me objectives.
One for what you guys are currently doing, and one for the overarching story. I'm sure you'll like that one, Julius.
Hooray!
For killing Captain Red Eye.
I might actually get a use out of this.
I mean, seems like it. That's gonna work.
Blood tracker.
Nice. Yes. And I guess I'll have to actually figure out what kind of objective they are now, because you have that, or just fucking deal with it.
I mean, I imagine either be military or criminal. One of the two if we're hunting down a known fugitive.
That they're going to be mostly obvious anyways, but
Yeah, so
which I guess I should give you guys some extra endeavor points, because you did in fact complete a military one when you took the station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when the administrator graciously accepted our surrender.
Hey, there was a shot fired.
Yeah.
the one shot.
There was a shot fired, and minutes later, the station surrendered. All me. Mm.
Although I will say, at least on my end, it is specifically stated for when turning in a fugitive for a bounty.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured that.
back off.
Yeah, I figured that was going to come up just now, so that's why I'm applying that. It's specifically if we're turning in a fugitive for a bounty, like Captain Red Eye, for instance. Whether he's dead or alive, it doesn't matter. But
Fair enough. I mean,
Dead.
I'm sure you could find someone to pay a bounty on a dead Dark Eldar, but you know.
The bounty was more like for being a crime against the humanity, not being, that important.
Yeah.
Mm.
oh well.
But anyways, I believe last session you guys fucked around in the Jungle Death World and escaped the Jungle Death World
Yes, we did.
and found some interesting dark shit about what the Jungle Death World used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I got to play solitaire.
Yes,
So we're not
indeed.
gonna do the captain's lock that we were talking about.
What?
We were making it. We were making
we
a
had
joke
a joke.
earlier.
That we should have you recap sessions by doing a captain's log, like Star Trek style.
Sure, do you want me to do a quick captain's log impression?
Just as long as you do a good William Shatner impression while you do it.
What impression?
William
William
Shatner.
Shatner.
I have no idea. I don't even know who that is.
This is the voyage of the. I don't know what our ship name is.
Mm-hmm.
Of the battle bus.
The trash compactor.
Drake's Legacy. It is
Oh,
mysteriously named after Julius's character.
Coincidence. I bought it like this. It's scraping off the former nameplate on the side.
These are the voyages of Thrain's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
We first went to a station,
Like,
Ah, yes. Captain's log.
and then we. Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
I'm just shit talking. It's fine.
To throw him out of the battle bus into the cold void of space. Alright, let's see. Captain's log. Date XXX. We descended upon the green planet. From up above, it was hard to see much more than the clouds and the swirling storms on the surface. But upon closer inspection, we were found that the planet's gravity was much heavier than expected, and our ship barely avoided crashing up on the ground, killing everyone involved. We soon found out why those rebels would choose a planet as uninhospitable as theirs, in comparison to this green, lush, verdant, mushroomy paradise, so to say. As not only was it hard to enter and leave, but we found a creature somewhat worse than psionic power. Were it not for my commander, we might have all perished there before he took a great cleave of its head from its shoulder. We decided to not stay very long for this place, but in doing so, we found an ancient structure buried in the earth itself. From so long ago that the floor we entered must have once been the top floor of a high-rise. After asking my after Welton Brand so graciously opened the door inside, we descended down further and further in this clearly alien complex. Strange machinery, some more complex than we could have thought, and some simpler than us, greeted us all the way down. Sigma attempted to communicate with one of the computers down at the bottom floor, But, well, nothing seemed to come out of it, except some complaints about solitaire. I presume it is some sort of archaic technotech talk. Further up ahead, we found the last living remnants of whatever alien race it was, stuck to a machine. This machine appeared to be keeping it alive, and, well, I wouldn't say sane. Its mind gone, filled with pain, suffering, a little bit of an avoid signal left. That's all it was. We put it out of its misery, and in doing so found out its purpose. If somehow this poor, tormented creature was powering the facility, and all the machines turned off upon its death. And, well, that was it. We took what little we could gather from this ancient facility, left, and once we were on the ship, found out another reason why probably nobody wants to commend us, as our engines ignited the atmosphere itself, burning some large chunk of our landing zone away in hellfire, and, well, launching us out of this place. There are certainly things to be found down there, but for now, we shall not be returning to the green planet. Well, Rockin' still. Anyway. Cheapest partial exterminatus. Minderate. Ah, yes. Truly the dwarven lifestyle. That's a big plushie you got. Yeah, it's a very big plushie.
This reminds me of me and my soul is like the Star Trek crew, the dwarfs sitting there. They're just, you're a dwarf. I? Like a fantasy dwarf. I? University is a big place.
Yeah, that thing. What are you playing? Like, and just describes a generic dwarf. It's like, that's just a dwarf. Hey, universe a big thing. Either way, I do believe the idea was that we might be trying to attempt to uproot the rebels, separatists specifically. Or,
Yes.
at the very least, attempting to take on the rebel space station situated on a moon nearby.
I don't know where you keep getting that idea. I don't think I've ever actually said that.
We decided it last time that you did say that.
Wait. What did we decide?
That there's a rebel space station on a nearby moon.
That's no moon.
There
I thought last time you were saying that there was a station in the gas giant.
Oh, no.
I remember the gas giant, yes. I remember gas
Yeah.
giant, but not the moon.
Yeah, it might just have been on gas giant. I thought there was a moon around the gas giant, but I might have been wrong there.
They tough the white on
Gas
her
giant
belly.
doesn't have any moons. So the gas giant doesn't have any moons.
Well, in which case, unless we're gonna have one of those "that's no moon" moments, I suppose we just head there.
All right.
She is latched onto my nose. Help!
Sorry to say,
They're
you
trying
will
to put
soon
her down.
find.
She's gonna claw the shit out of my nose.
Yeah, you're gonna soon find out that it feels to live without a nose, my friend. This is life for you now.
Somebody help!
Letting her do that.
Because
I
if I
hate so much.
actually try to
Everyone
pull her,
just witnessed the last moments of Jay, and he's
Oh.
gone. He's dead.
Hold on, I'll be right there in a minute.
oh, ridiculous cat.
All right.
How
Are you planning on flying there the normal way, or are you using warp travel?
long would it take the normal way?
Alright, is it gone?
Jay's dead, yes. You killed him.
I imagine it's not as slow as it would take us, but probably still take at least a couple days.
Well, considering the alternative is getting eaten by demons or something, let's just take a couple days.
Fair enough. I don't know quite how fast Imperial ships are, but I imagine they're
Mhm.
decent. Sub.
Yeah. Probably respectably fast, but still.
I mean,
Mhm.
we are still within a system. It took us a week to get from starting position to Damaris. So,
Well, yes, but like if you did do warp travel, it'd take like 20 minutes, maybe.
oh right,
Mhm.
that's fair because we were doing warp travel. I'm messing up.
Mhm.
Yeah, you were doing you did a week in hell to get here.
A week in
Yeah,
hell.
that's fair. That's fair. I forgot.
All right.
I mean, I
Yes.
guess if anyone from the party needs to make a like scanning check to find the station, or do we know where it is exactly?
From what you know, it is a station that is in the atmosphere of the gas giant.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
well, Captain, you know my strengths, like what I can do to assist in the endeavor, in case you need me to contact the station. But I cannot really help much with like planning how to take it over forcefully if needed.
Very well. I suppose yes, indeed. We will ask if their threat, and if they do not succeed with the Emperor's will, then we shall use the Emperor's might.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Scans of the atmosphere itself give you that it is made up of highly acidic materials,
Mm-hmm.
to the point that anything metal's probably kind of fucked.
It is a cursed planet.
But I mean, ceramite works because that's just ceramics, basically.
And plus, the station is still there, so it's not
Yes.
being dissolved.
That is also correct.
Well done. Is it the kind of destruction that kills the ship in minutes, or is it more a gradual and slow failing of systems?
The ship will definitely need repaired afterwards.
Mhm. Oh, certainly a wise position.
But doing enough scans, you do eventually detect the presence of the station,
Well,
and are able to pinpoint it so that you can go to it.
mhm. Well, then, let us make contact with this station and demand as read. Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Well, let's see how this. Well, let's see how this goes then.
Very well, Captain. I take it you mean, and I start poking my head. You mean my method of contact? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Very well. Give me a moment. I need to relax myself.
Well, I suppose if his head explodes, we know what the response is. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, that would certainly send a message. Hmm. If its blood spells out a message, we're probably not in a good spot either.
Yeah, well, we're slightly trapped, but you know.
His head
So-
explodes, and the blood pouring out of it forms itself into an 8-pointed star. I mean, what?
I'm gonna take it that because we are in space, we are operating on interstellar distances, like not 20 kilometers, but more like much more. So
Yes.
yeah, I require some time to basically meditate and then start sending message. Of course, beforehand, asking Captain what would be the message.
This is Captain Matthias Train of the Train's Legacy. We are here upon bearing out the Emperor's will and are demanding your peaceful surrender and return to the Imperial fold. You will be treated according to the laws of the Empire and grace of the Empire, and be allowed to maintain at least most of your independence, as long as your taxes and allegiance is sworn to me. How do I say? Non-compliance will be met with the Emperor's might.
For a moment, I'm having that thought, like in the character of like saying, instead of Train's Legacy, of the magnificent battle bus. But it's still gonna go.
No,
with
we mean the bang bus.
It's still
Oh,
gonna go with the regular name. However, now that I thought about it, still kind of meditating as I try to expand my range. I try, if I may, I'll try to make Psynesian check to actually figure out if there is ever like anyone to respond, to receive. Because if they do not have astropath of their own, it's kind of like, you know.
Screaming into the void.
Let's spend a fate point on that.
Have a +10.
Oh my fucking god.
Your sinus science range itself doesn't go that far. The best that you can
That's
do is more like, it's kind of like the difference between radio and laser communications, if that makes sense. Like, radio has such a range, but laser goes farther and faster. So you
Okay.
can just kind of have to point and hope for the best to hear it.
Yeah, understood. Okay, so I focus and try to imagine that I'm sending these thoughts to the station itself, and to the best of my ability, I relay the message. Looking at the book, I'm pretty sure I don't need to make a manifest roll for astral telepathy.
I think it's just kind of because it takes so long.
Yes, and
They
it's
just don't
not.
want your head exploding for that.
Yeah, it's like something that I cannot do on the move, to be honest.
More of a ritual.
And yeah, if we are treating that we are in orbit distance, then it's like instant. Nearby solar, it's D5 rounds.
You're in orbit, so. Julius,
Go ahead.
the ship's sensors, after roughly 2 hours, starts picking it up, and an increased energy signal coming from the station.
It looks like they're on full alert.
Shall I raise the void shields?
Sounds prudent.
Something tells me we may have to try and reenact the tactic that we were originally going to do against the other space station.
A landing with our soldiers are not included, and taking it by might.
We take the
Diverting power to the shields.
We take the command center, the station will fall.
And once we have it, the separatists are trapped. Don't think they can grow food on that planet. Which means we'll have a leverage on them. Hopefully we can resolve this without violence, but the Emperor's might is his might. Now let's see what they're doing.
I'll go marshal the men. As Jace walks off to basically start giving out orders to deploy via Valkyries, if need be.
Nothing comes out of the atmosphere. You just detect the station's energy levels still rising, actually. It seems to be at a steady rate, however.
Engineers, I review on an idea what is going on there. As engineers, but there's only one here.
Can I do a logic check to see what they're trying to accomplish?
We do have two Adeptus Mechanicus, if that's what you mean, Julius. I would assume that Julius would probably be giving you a 10% to that, so.
Yep.
So that would succeed by
Narrowly.
0.2 degrees.
1 degree of success.
2 or 1.2.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so both of them succeed.
What are they trying to do?
Trying to
what's going
figure out what the raising of the energy is trying to accomplish.
Mm,
If it's enough to divert power to weapons, or if they're simply trying to boot up the
Emergency systems or whatever.
So a diversion of power would keep power at the same level. It'd just be moving priorities around. This is increasing in power, and it's at this point it's certainly past what would normally be needed to activate weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going for the self-destruct, maybe?
Oh, I simply think it's empowering the weapons to fire at the ship.
Cap. I'm noticing unreasonable amounts of energy being put out.
Oh, maybe the rebels maybe the separatists would do our job for us and kill themselves.
Yeah.
The universe is not so kind as to do our work for us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suppose you can't expect the Emperor to do all the work now, can we?
Mm-hmm.
Take Espis, roll me sign of science.
Okay, if we are in orbit, then that will be.
No,
Actually,
this is just flat.
okay, I thought for a moment that you meant what we are.
No, this is for something else.
Oh my fucking
You
god!
have gone mad. You are doomed.
Just quickly as well, I suppose for the fate point, remember you're meant to roll the 1d10.
That's fair. No, so the previous one was gone. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna spend the second one. Okay, so I don't.
Hey!
I still have 3. Okay, so re-rolling. Oh my fucking god! What is with the rolls today?
Wow.
It's
Nice
not going
job.
well, Jesus.
Thank you.
Roll me willpower.
Oh boy.
Flat.
Oh no.
Incoming head exploding, evil signs on the wall.
Flat.
Flat. Okay, thank you. Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
you're making a willpower, so.
You feel a wave of psychic pressure pass over the ship. Sigma and NY4N. You both know that. So like, the warp drive is kind of on but not active, if that makes sense. Like it has power, but it isn't like normally like
It's not
opening
warming
portals to hell.
Yeah.
It just shut off.
That's bad.
They've cut off.
And everyone looking at the sensors notices. Like, so you were above the station, like in orbit above the station. It's not there anymore.
Everyone? Has anyone seen my station?
Sakis like furiously massages the temple. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it definitely was connected to the warp. I felt that pressure, but it just waved over me.
It almost felt like a displacement wave if you had to, since you have some navies, right, Sakis? At least Imperial Navy.
You mean lore?
Yeah.
I don't. The only lores
No?
I have is.
Oh wait, that was Jay's
About Jay.
Yes, but science-wise, it felt like a displacement wave almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like something nearby in the warp pushed a bunch of warp shit.
Would this be a tactic familiar to the Imperium military-wise?
No, but it's something my character would probably recognize.
Don't know the answer to that, but it is something that Jay's character might recognize. It is similar to what happens when a ship enters the warp presence.
Hey, look at that. I could actually probably explain it.
I'm sure Jay's figured out what the station did.
Mm-hmm. The rest of us are in the dark. Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of character, he's probably figured out what the station did too.
No. The ship moved. Station's probably over there.
Excuse me? Say that again.
The ship moved when he did his witchcraft. So station's probably over there somewhere.
Why would
From the sensors, the ship itself hasn't moved.
I mean, who's to say that the station doesn't have a warp engine on its own? We have already seen so much weird, unusual stuff.
Could it perhaps be some form of cloaking device?
Not likely.
Why would it turn off our warp engine?
It's the warp. You mess with it, weird things happen.
Rerouting power to the warp engine.
Yeah, it can cycle back on just fine.
All right.
And doesn't seem to be damaged, but it does take a minute, take a decent bit.
Well, as they have not responded to our message, and instead responded with whatever this was, I suggest we fire a shot at the previous location of the station, see if this cloaking theory has any merit. We have the coordinates. Would you kindly make the shot?
You do have the coordinates, and you can fire.
Understood. Inputting coordinates. Powering up weapons. Loading.
If I recall, Imperium uses physical rounds mostly, right? For ship combat?
Yeah, it's something like it's basically like railguns, the equivalent of, I'm pretty sure.
Firing a mag cannon.
Yeah, visually, you can definitely see when the round hits the atmosphere and just starts plowing through it. Eventually, it closes back up, and you don't detect anything being hit.
The station is gone. What in the world?
An astute observation, Captain.
It would seem that the station has disappeared from real space.
Well, perhaps then we should get the ship down there, and maybe we'll slip into wherever they are.
Understood. Powering up warp drive.
No. Let's not head inside the atmosphere of this planet unless we have to. Repairs are expensive.
Thought it was a gas planet.
Julius,
There
is a blinking red light on your console. It seems you are getting a message from the navigator.
I woke up, tapped at the button. Report.
Captain, it feels like something is approaching us in the warp.
Are we being ambushed by the station itself? Or is it just a creature of some sort?
It's all I can say is that it is rather large, and it is unusual that something like this is happening.
Very well then. Take your word for it. Jace, raise the alarm. Something's approaching through the warp.
Oh, let's get ready for battle then. As Jace alerts the troops.
Bring me my hammer!
Give me my hammer.
As you say that, a acolyte comes running into the bridge carrying a thunderhammer. It is yours. And they hand it to you.
Probably kneeling as they do so.
Yep.
You have brought your thunderhammer and are now ready for battle.
Whether or not Welton knows this is up to you, Jay. The others can know it as they wish. But there is, in fact, a lottery system between the acolytes on who gets to deliver the hammer.
That's awesome.
It is, well, not usually. The one time it was taken by force was dealt with, but it has been known to have been traded for favors.
Oh my god.
Like Welton is completely unaware of this, whereas Matthews knew it from day one. Welton's
There's
like,
in fact an entire sub-economy of favors and the chance to be the next one to deliver the hammer.
Deliver the hammer.
Wow.
I'm just imagining Welton be like, there sure is a lot of different disciples delivering my hammer. I'm sure they're just doing their job inside the disciple chamber fucking fist fights for it.
And why is there an octagon-shaped cage in here?
There's actually a closet along the way to the bridge that they stand in with the hammer, just waiting for him to say, "Bring me my hammer."
I make one joke with it, Lyda just runs. I love it.
I can see that. You go all Thor, you just put your one arm out, and it just magically appears in your head because the acolyte brings it in.
It's just like the Emperor gives, behind you is like an acolyte desperately rushing to give you the hammer.
So you can say that the acolytes have their own hammer space.
No, they are
Yes.
his hammer space.
I mean, what's next? Stop! Hammer time! Someone brings you a hammer.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be one point you fight an eldritch monster or something and ship you I need my hammer, and acolyte leaps in front of the monster with the hammer towards you.
It takes the attack for you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, having been
Yes.
equipped by his acolytes, we are ready for whatever approaches us in the dark. Mm-hmm.
Yes. God, I'm half rethinking this because I almost don't want to have to fuck with spaceship combat.
Why does it have it show up and board us, man? At least we skipped the ship here, but
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh my
So-
god, I just noticed your camera.
Yeah, I've been watching
God.
Disney as a cat
Oh
the
my
entire
God.
time.
Oh no, you see something crazy, Jay? Watch when I drink coffee.
You look very satisfied about this entire thing.
Well, I should probably re-download some
Oh no!
program.
This session is gonna be 7 cats and so. Very well.
Yes. So, oriented above you because space.
Space.
A station appears with a very strong shield that you can just almost tell instantly sensor-wise. Almost enough, but like that's honestly how it just kind of survives the acid atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
is by not dealing with it.
Somebody else's problem. The shield's problem. Mm-hmm.
And there is once more another wave in the warp, as something that was there isn't anymore. And they immediately launch landing parties.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume they'd be going for. What are they traveling via? Is it like actual drop ships or something else?
It appears to be of similar to, like, say, the Space Marine drop ships in shape, except it's got a fucking drill at the bottom of it.
Breaching pods, great.
Yes, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Let them come. They will know that. Damn it, I'll...
Take two.
Do
Yes.
I have any good spaceship maps?
I'm gonna quick grab some food, be right back.
Alright.
You know what? This one will work.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. And you do start getting reports of breaches and landing parties across the ship.
Mm-hmm. That poor medieval society.
Folly.
Mm-hmm.
That was the word I was stumbling over. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, about that, Julius,
Yeah.
you do hear a report that they have indeed, some of them have breached the hydroponics
farmland.
phase, the farms,
Damn it, we must stop them. I want my tomatoes. Mm.
and
Okay,
the farms had gotten the order from, I'm trying to remember names, from Jace, and raised their and had started raising their levies, and had enough of them ready that the borders there have met a medieval army, and so they're getting chopped to bits right now, basically. There, so your farms are safe.
Yay.
Hey.
My tomatoes are fine. Mm. Yep. So yeah, we're basically everyone is like mobilizing men, sending out orders as we hear more and more reports. Before eventually we get our gear ready and rush to fight whoever it is blasting through our ship. Mm.
All right.
we shall know no fear.
Can't expect the Omnissiah to do all the work.
The Space Marines get all the good mottos, but let's just give them what fall from humanity.
The point of a motto is that you come up with before the battle, not distract the troops with coming up with a good one while they're trying to shoot people. Mm.
I'll be right back. I need a prop.
A prop? Is he getting a Thunderhammer?
Maybe. Clark, you have a
Here
visitor.
comes the hammer.
It's just a very oversized golf club.
I see somebody's begging Cork for favors. Mm.
Why are there 2 Jaces?
I don't know, maybe it's a bit much.
One is the Jace of Hearts, and the other is the Jace of Spades.
Oh no, I had to drag my own token on because I couldn't interact
Yeah.
with this one.
Turns
Yeah, we had
out
that
Jace-
problem last time.
The Jace
Yeah.
mind.
Well, that's fixed. Well, maybe not that, but
8 pounds
the fact that there's 2 Jaces is fixed there.
He dropped the
I have
hammer.
the hammer. This thing's fucking heavy too. Fucking 8 pounds.
I forgot that I made the token. Should probably put it like that. You have the hammer.
Yes, I do.
Alright. From now on, this is how we imagine the thunder hammer in his hands.
The worst part is, I felt like I knew he was getting a hammer.
I think we all kind of got that idea.
We knew the hammer was coming.
Bring down the hammer. This is why I need. This is why I need to actually get a pair of recoil gloves now, so I can have the sword and the metal gun in like one hand each.
Just for style points.
Yeah. I can still technically hold it one-handed, the metal gun, but I would take a minus.
Token tool's taking forever to open.
I would take a minus 20 to the attack. It's not like it really matters because that'd still be like what 47% on my end. Also, yes, Jace is starting with the metal gun. Actually, no, I tell you, he'll start with the hell gun first. Against any exceptionally big targets, he'll switch to the metal gun.
There we go. There it is.
That said, I think we're fighting the home turf, aren't we? So ammo shouldn't be that big of a concern.
Correct. Until it is.
We're all gonna die.
Melter gun it is.
Don't miss.
Yeah.
I really need to organize my files. All right. You guys can position yourselves how you want.
Alright.
As I do some things.
I imagine that Jace is probably taking point.
Here comes the goons. He jumps into the star core. It's gone forever. Adios, Malcolm.
Is there any limit where we begin?
Kind of generally in the area, like down here-ish.
Like
Okay,
here,
so
behind this line, presumably.
I can't interact with this token, Zach.
Huh?
I can't
Drag
interact
out
with the
your
token.
own donut.
What was that?
Drag out your own from the character sheet.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
There you go. I figured out.
Okay.
That'd be good.
There we go. Actually, I suppose if we were in a room this big, I assume is one square like 1 meter. I think that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll change that.
Oh, actually, I might be able to. Yeah, I can. Okay, melter gun it is.
There you go. Now it's 1 meter.
Nice.
So is this the thing in the way? So is it obscuring the vision behind it?
It is holographic.
Alright.
Nice. I would dare say we have initiative to roll once the turn tracker's up.
Yes. I should probably click that.
Come on, you bastards.
Alright, that's one in the word.
Where is initiative? There it is.
Nice. Those initiative rolls.
That is actually meant to be a 15 because I get +2 initiative when I have a weapon in my hand.
Why isn't it added already, though?
Ah.
Why do you not have a weapon?
Because it's very specifically, the type of weapon, which is arch militant plus 10% bonus to hit, +2 to damage, and +2 initiative when using a weapon. That is
Yes, but
what in the fuck? When using a basic weapon, basically. If I start with a basic weapon out, I get +2 initiative. Also, what in the fuck has gone on there with selected character name rolls initiative? What the fuck?
character sheet is a bit wacky.
Yeah,
I
I
think the
noticed
sheet's
that.
broken.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if you notice that your name actually is not on your token, I actually
Oh,
just added my name.
Oh, okay, let me try it. Okay. That would be why. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. That's weird.
I know.
Oh, well, there we go. Initiative 15, let's fucking go.
Let's see, they have.
No
The
fear.
fuck?
Oh damn!
What was
Oh,
Somebody bugged out.
Simon
I-
dropped for a moment and
Oh,
went back.
I heard a lot of Discord noises, so I was
Oh.
like, wait, what?
You're being bombarded.
There we go.
Okay, that's what that is. Yes.
But everybody got real.
Oh shit, I can't do that.
Even was shot. We start the fight. Time is getting shot in the face, apparently.
Yep.
Mhm.
We start with Jace.
Where the combat?
As
Under combat.
Page 237.
I'm
Oh.
just going to do this for you guys real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are those?
And
Okay.
people. Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
they look, yeah.
Okay.
Is there any iconography on them?
Yes. On their shoulder.
Is that the chaos symbol?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey, guess what, guys?
Oh yay!
Hey, guess what?
Very angry soldier. Mhm.
Oh boy.
Okay, scum, time to die. As Jace is going to aim, and is going to then... He's going to aim for a plus 10% bonus as a half action. He's going to fire the Hellgun against... not Hellgun, the Melter Gun against the first target.
Alright.
So, aim, half aim. He's in range. Single shot. Other modifier, 10 because of hatred. You willing to give me a buff for this, Julius?
There. Open fire. Mm.
Oh, that's the Hellgun. Oh well, it's the exact same fucking thing. Doesn't matter.
looks like a hit to the head for 22 damage, 13 AP.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
So hull guns shoot what? Basically plasma?
It's a melter gun that I was meant to initially click, but the roll is to the same for the hit. But a melter gun fires a concentrated beam of heat, or whatever it is.
So it's just like a fuck off laser.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, let me have a quick look at how the wiki describes it specifically.
Because this is very important.
It's a short-range anti-armor weapon that produces an intense, energetic beam of heat in the tens of thousands of degrees centigrade.
Did you just say anti-armor? Jesus Christ. So it's actually rather hard to see the beam, other than just like the heat waves it puts off.
Ooh.
But it just like waves over this guy's face that like he's wearing like a helmet and stuff, and his helmet just like heats to a bright past red up until like a bright yellow, and he just kind of falls over.
Yeah.
I think there's a decent visual for what the melter gun looks like. Give me a
Oh, no,
minute.
now I heard you.
I'm sure you can guess what his face looks like right now.
But the same picture with the missing head. Mm.
Alright,
Um,
can't hear anybody else, so...
We can hear you.
Yep.
I do enjoy how As is still just a cat. Mm.
I'm trying to find like a good picture of like what because I know that it's generally quite consistent how they portray melter guns. Give me a minute.
Well, here's what I'm kind of imagining. I'm going to just kind of post it in a Warhammer.
Well, it's probably a lot faster.
Nice.
Yeah, let me. Okay, is this gonna work?
I'm sure the eyeballs are popping and stuff.
Oh, here we go.
Like,
we go.
like it's probably a good thing he's wearing a helmet, or else you guys might have to roll some willpower checks.
Okay. Here's what I imagine. I'll quickly just
Now, what I need to do is I need to make not faceless goons that each have their own unique token where you can see their face and give them all names.
Of course. Make us feel bad for the guys we're murdering in the hundreds.
You like go to loot their corpse and you find lockets of like their loved ones and children and stuff. One of them has a note
They
they were
must die
going,
too.
one of them has a note that they were going to send to their mother.
fucking heretics.
Heresy
Alright,
unclean.
Alright, that
Yeah.
fixed it. Now I can hear you.
Okay, well that's my turn.
That is now to Welton. Welton Brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll Welton Brand you.
what's the max charge range again?
What's what?
I think
Max
agility-
charge range is
Yeah.
I
Your
don't
charge
think-
range should be your agility bonus times 3.
Well,
And you should see it in combat, like movement chart.
Yeah. It's under the armor and defense chart where you have normal movement and then all that sort of stuff.
I see it. So 8. I don't think I can make 12.
You can run straight up to them, but that's your entire turn.
I mean, that may still be a good idea, to be honest. You could quite literally just plant yourself in the middle of them, and if they try and move away without disengaging, you're going to be able to hit them.
Are those fucking Tau?
No, they're chaos cultists.
Oh, okay.
How chaos Cult sounds like a weird combination thinking about it.
20 meters.
So Jason,
Oh,
Yes,
this
what
will
their
be
shield
fine.
is.
Jason's looking all man's of piss right now.
Since it got brought up, guess what kind of shield their station's using?
Power shield? Huh?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
A what?
They're using a Tau shield.
Oh,
on the station.
oh.
Wait, how do I show the marker again for movement distance?
Q or right click as you're dragging.
Like lift up your token and right click it somewhere. Like you lift the token, right click somewhere, then right click at the next place.
Hang on.
And it does that. If you hit Q as you're moving it instead, it will also work.
Yep, just like that.
Used to be space.
So I can move my full movement and shoot my gun once. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Half move is half an action. Full move is 2
Kind of
action.
loud.
So you can move half move then shoot. So you're not all the way there. And I presume we can take like cover behind this sort of thing.
Yep. It has some cover. It's probably like 3.5.
Yeah, not the best cover, but it's better than nothing at least.
Damn it! Come on, cat. And then how far away are
It's better than what they have.
No, that's not what I want to do. Melt-a-gun, not flamers, 20-meter range.
If you get up to them, you can kill them all, but you're gonna have to get up to them.
What's the range of a flamer, sorry?
20 meters. Oh god, I can get them all.
Yeah.
He fucking unleashes flame.
Glorious, righteous fire.
There is no to hit roll, so
Yeah, that is a fair point.
I think they roll
Dodge.
The dexterity against
roll
it.
your dodge.
Yeah, when dodging an area effect weapons such as a flame, a successful dodge test moves the character to the edge of the area of effect, as long as it's no further away than the character's agility bonus in meters, which means 4 squares. If they need to be further than that, then they automatically fail.
okay. Burn in the fires of the Emperor's judgment.
So let me just quickly check. So this is is it a normal flamer? Is that right?
Yeah, it's just a normal flamer. So I would hit all 5 of them.
Let's have a quick look. What's the spec? It says special flame.
It's supposed to be a flame template.
All creatures in the flame's path are cone-shaped areas in a 30-degree arc from the fire out to the weapon's range. What the fuck is a 30-degree arc?